From skyrocketing fame to spiraling controversy, iSHOWSPEED, once an unstoppable force in the streaming world, is now facing a growing backlash. The same energy that catapulted him to stardom might just be the thing that brings it all crashing down. Let's rewind to where it all began. Just a few years ago, Darren Watkins Jr., better known as iSHOWSPEED, was just another teenager trying to make a name for himself online. With little more than a webcam, a gaming chair, and an attitude, Speed began streaming games like Fortnite, NBA 2K, and Five Nights at Freddy's. What made him different? His energy. While others might play it cool, Speed was over the top, loud, and unpredictable. People couldn't look away. Every stream was an explosion waiting to happen. At first, it was fun. Speed was a breath of fresh air. He was different from the overly polished YouTubers and streamers people were used to. His genuine reactions and high-energy freakouts were hilarious, unexpected, and, most importantly, real. No one knew what would happen next on his stream, and that made it all the more exciting. His fan base exploded almost overnight, with millions of subscribers flooding in to watch the chaos unfold. From just a few hundred viewers to tens of thousands per stream, Speed was quickly becoming a household name in the world of online content. He hit milestones that most creators only dream about: 1 million subscribers, 5 million, 10 million. He was pulling in massive views with each stream, raking in donations, sponsorships, and mainstream attention. But as his fame grew, so did his need to keep pushing the boundaries. This is where things started to take a turn. With more eyes on him than ever, Speed leaned harder into the unpredictable nature that made him famous. But what started as funny, chaotic moments began to spiral into something more toxic. His outbursts became more frequent, the screaming got louder, the pranks more extreme, and his fans, who once celebrated his wild antics, began to feel like things were getting out of control. Suddenly, what once made him unique became exhausting. His viewers started noticing a pattern. The loud reactions, the extreme pranks, the anger. There was no balance anymore. Every stream felt like it was designed to one-up the last, but at what cost? What was once organic now felt forced, and more fans began to express their frustration online. It wasn't just the fans either. Fellow creators began to speak out. Some who had once collaborated with Speed started distancing themselves. The controversies surrounding his behavior began piling up. Rude comments, inappropriate jokes, and moments where Speed crossed the line in ways that couldn't be ignored. Speed was now walking a fine line, and the backlash grew louder. In 2023, he faced multiple bans and temporary suspensions from platforms like Twitch. It became clear that his shock value approach wasn't just pushing buttons, it was pushing people away. But instead of slowing down or taking a step back, Speed doubled down. The more controversial he became, the more attention he received. And in the world of online fame, attention is everything. So why hasn't Speed slowed down? The answer might be more complicated than it seems. For someone who has built an entire brand on being outrageous, pulling back would mean risking relevance. In the eyes of the algorithm, controversy equals engagement, and engagement, for better or worse, drives success. But as more fans grow tired of his antics, the cracks in Speed's foundation are beginning to show. Even Speed himself isn't immune to the toll this is taking. For all the screaming and chaos, there are moments where you can see it: exhaustion, frustration, maybe even a sense of being trapped in the persona he's created. Being iSHOWSPEED 24/7 isn't easy, especially when the world expects you to be more extreme, more unhinged every single day. At the heart of all this, it's important to remember that Speed is still just a young guy. He's grown up in the spotlight, and with that comes immense pressure. He's been handed fame and fortune at a rapid pace, but at what cost? How long can anyone keep up this level of energy, of controversy, without burning out? And if Speed does burn out, what will that mean for his career and for the legacy he's left behind? Of course, there are those who will defend him to the end. For many, Speed's unpredictability is still part of his charm. They'll argue that he's simply giving the internet what it wants, something real, raw, and untamed in a world full of polished, cookie-cutter content. But even his most die-hard fans can't deny the shift. Whether Speed continues down this path or reinvents himself remains to be seen. What's certain is that his future is at a crossroads. So where does iShowSpeed go from here? Can he find a way to evolve before his fanbase turns on him for good? Or will his need for attention be the very thing that tears it all apart? This script dives into Speed's journey from breakout star to polarizing figure, mixing his explosive rise with the controversies that now surround him. It's designed to keep viewers engaged, offering both a narrative of his fame and a reflection on where things might be headed, perfect for a YouTube video aiming to get people talking.